Hunter630 asks, do you have a real drive for gaming, or is it just that video gaming is an entertainment slot in your life? Does viewing the games you play enthrall your mind with thoughts at the mere glimpse of the game itself? Well, I would definitely say I have some drive for gaming, because obviously if I didn't have a drive for gaming, then I probably wouldn't post videos on YouTube about video games. It seems like I could use my time for much better things, or more appropriate things, or, well, as some people would probably say. But it has definitely been an entertainment slot in my life as well. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm hardcore, stay up for 36 hours straight and play a video game, but like every now and then when I'm bored and don't have anything to do and all my work is done, generally, yeah, I will go to a video game for assistance to make me unbored. Uh, I wouldn't say that, like, when I view a video game, like, I get a whole bunch of, like, very deep thoughts about it or anything. I just play video games as I see them, and I call things how I see them. I hope that answered your question. Sorry if it didn't, because that was actually a pretty good question, so, yeah. Narashava asks, if you were on a deserted island with one console, one TV, and one game, which would you choose? I actually have two answers for this. One answer is kind of technical in your question and making it invalid, but I'm going to answer honestly after that. I'd bring my Wii and bring Super Mario Galaxy with my Wii, because my Wii has a bunch of Virtual Console games already downloaded on it. So I technically get more games than just one. But if I had to answer your question honestly without that technical answer, I'd probably say Super NES and Super Mario World. As I think I've stated in another question, it's a game I really love. It's a game that I grew up with, a game that was my first video game. It brought me into gaming, and it's a game that I've always seen myself playing for a very long time. It's just a great game. So yeah. Digerus asks, hey Slim, have you thought about doing video game reviews? You sound quite excellent on videos, and the commentary you offhandedly provide seems to be quite suited to reviews. I actually have done video game reviews in the past. I used to submit reviews for GameRankings.com. Word of a warning, do not check those reviews out. Those were done when I was like very young, and I was very bad with grammar and punctuation. So please do not check those out. But I was definitely very young when I made those. And I also made reviews for the Nintendo Insider Forums as well. And yeah, I think I'd actually be a very good video game reviewer. But again, I just like doing Let's Plays, so it might be a possibility for the future, but for right now, maybe not. Kirtland asks, if you could make your own video game, what would it be like? That's a very, very good question. Jeez, I wish I could have had more time to think about this. But, I don't know, if I had to make a video game, I'd definitely try to use something along the lines of the gameplay of Grand Theft Auto. Not necessarily being as violent as Grand Theft Auto, or like actually copying the game, but I really like the style of gameplay that they use for that game. How you have this giant map, and you can explore willingly to your heart's content. You can play a bunch of different mini games and other like little fun games of your own, and you don't have to necessarily just like go to the next mission and complete the game. It's not like you're forced to just play the game from beginning to end. You actually can have the choice to play around, and I think that makes a really good video game. So I've always thought about, if I ever had to make a video game, I would definitely try to use that style of gameplay that Grand Theft Auto has, but tweak it so it's not just about cars and not just about racing. It could also be just like an adventure game or a platforming game. So, like, it definitely could work. It would just take a lot of thought, and it's not really one I've really put that much thought into. Like, this would be a better question to be asked if I had these questions open for like a month or 2 months. I'm not saying you did a bad thing by asking that question, because that is a very good question. I just wish that I had more time to think about it. But yeah, I'd say something along those lines, and thanks for the great question. Ice Reaper 89A asks, who do, how do you feel about the Ratchet and Clank series, and do you think the series will go far? Uh, I've played only one Ratchet and Clank game, and that was Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. I thought it was a very good game, very good quality. I actually wish I had the game because I've only played it. I don't actually own the game, and from what I did play, it was really good. From what I've heard from reviewers and other fans of the series, they didn't really like any of the games that followed that game. But I definitely think the game does have potential. It just needs to be worked on. But I've only played one game, so I guess I can't really be the judge of that. But from what I have played of the series, it is pretty good. Too Cool Production Co. asks, have you played any Rugrats games? If you mean Rugrats video games, I have played two. I played Rugrats Scavenger Hunt for N64, and I've also played the Rugrats in Paris for the N64. Scavenger Hunt was kind of like a Mario Party-esque game that my cousins used to have. I played it a few times, and it wasn't bad, but it didn't have very much replay value. Rugrats in Paris for the N64 was actually a pretty good game. A lot of fun mini-games, and it was a pretty cool game. Again, though, replay value kind of stale. And of course, it's also kind of embarrassing if you have that game lying around. But yeah, those are the two games I've played from the Rugrats video game series. CoinZ asks, what do you think of the UFC 2009 Undisputed game? Not my type of game, I'll say that right now. Noobs Pure asks, how would you describe yourself in 5 words? Honest, honorable, dedicated, loving, and extremely nerdy. Wario Mario 777 asks, what's your birth date? December 26th, 1988. Lisa Marie Fan asks, it's assumed that you have a vehicle. What's the make, model, year, and body style? And how long have you had your current vehicle? I don't know very much about my car. It's a blue Dodge Neon, and I don't know the exact year. It's like 1995 or something. I don't remember the exact year. So yeah, it's been in our family for almost like 15 years now. But I didn't get the car until 2004, I think. The reason I didn't get it till so late was because, well, that's when I got my license back then. But we had it for so long because it used to be my mom's car. But she was planning to give it to me after like she paid for the car in full. So I didn't really have to go out and buy a car. I didn't really care about having a very nice car or a more current car, because I always liked the car that my mom had, and it's actually treated me quite well. I actually really enjoy the car I drive right now. So yeah, sorry I couldn't give you more information about the car, but I really don't know that much, and I don't really feel like pulling out my vehicle registration just for this video. Snack Attack 8 asks, do you really look like Kirby in real life? Well, I mean, obviously I don't. I'm not pink, I'm not a circle, and I'm not that short. Nor do I copy people's powers either. So, yeah, not even close. Toasty Surprise 94 asks, what genre of music do you prefer and why? I like a lot of music. The music you really won't see me listen to very much. You won't see me listening to really any rap music. That's definitely a music choice I will not touch at all. Like, I can even see myself listening to country music, and I'm not a big fan of country either. But mostly my biggest genre of music I really enjoy is oldies rock. Rock from like the 80s and 70s. I'm just a big fan of rock music. I've always enjoyed it. 80s pop music is also pretty good. So, Yeah, I'd say 80s music, but if I had to get really specific, 80s rock probably. Albie Fox asks, "Who is your favorite band?" I have a lot of favorite bands. Just to name a few of them: Queen, Pink Floyd, REO Speedwagon, Cheap Trick, Journey, Bon Jovi, The Beatles, Def Leppard, Van Halen. Yeah, I like a lot of bands. A lot of them are really good. I really like music from the 80s. That's where the majority of those bands probably came from. The 80s and older bands. But hey, that's the time period I grew up in. That's the music I like, so be it.